G'day guys, Staff Sarge, back after the train wreck. I actually had to accelerate time by a week just to get enough mechs for this mission. Turns out that, yeah, I didn't even have enough money to buy a whole bunch of replacements and wait for everything to get repaired up. But the good news is we're back to B+ rating. We're a little bit low on cash, but we got enough mechs, we got enough weapons. We are good to go with the final mission on Talon for the Davions, the Mechwarrior defense. This one's kind of fun.
Steiner supporters have been making aggressive moves against Talon Industries on both Talon and Wernke. The remote proving grounds are sure to be high on their target list. Talon Industries is offering a top-paying defense contract with full salvage. Helping Talon out here will go a long way to putting us further into Prince Victor's camp.
Alright, so we start off right by the factory. There's a checkpoint out to the east, which I believe we'll need to check out first, and then obviously holding the line at the factory itself. So this one is, it's all assault mechs all the time, which is why I've gone with a much heavier loadout than the last mission. So I'm riding with the Mechwarrior, we got the Mad Cats, the last mech we got here is a 70-ton Thor. And about half of them are assault mechs, including the Annihilator. Now, the Annihilator is an interesting one. I really like it because of how beefy it is. It looks like a proper 100-ton assault mech. The problem is the speed. If you drop it down, it goes to 37 kilometers, which is slow as all hell. I had to beef it up by so many tons just to get it somewhat mobile, which didn't leave much room for weaponry. But for an assault mech, not enough room means 2 Gauss rifles and a bunch of support weapons, and of course all of the armor. This thing's almost as well armored. In fact, it might be better armored than an Atlas. But it pays for that for having, no speed and slightly less weapon space. So that is the Annihilator swag, because when it walks, that's kind of all it can do. Then we got a new Atlas, the Shrugs. Why is it called that? So this thing is rigged out, again, for long-range combat, as I tend to rig out Atlases. So LRM-15s, the Ultra AC-5, ER large lasers. The way I'm planning to use these assault mechs, because I've beefed up their engine power, as I tend to do in all these missions. And of course, armor to maximum. I beefed out their engine power, but even so, they're still not as fast as the medium mechs, which can't take as much of a punishment. So what I'm going to have to do is, well, I'll explain in a second. Let's go on with the Mechwarrior 2 thread. Because we lost this thread, I rigged out this one. So regular clan ERPPCs, because I ran out of light PPCs to put in them. So it's just backed up by medium laser and LRM-10s. Even so, again, plenty of long-range firepower. All the assault mechs are rigged out for long-range combat because of how slow they are. The Slash and Burn is the same. The Mad Cat is the same. The Mad Cat Mark II, because it's a different. I've given it to an AI. It's a slightly different loadout. ERPPC, Ultra AC-10, and LRM-20s. The Mad Cat Mark II is one of the faster assault mechs I have available, which is why it isn't rigged out for, sniper combat like the other ones. But even so, that's a lot of firepower. And then here's my ride. The Mechwarrior Brick Shithouse. Because that's kind of what it looks like. Rigged up fairly fast, a good amount of time to put into engine power. It's actually a pretty quick assault mech. Light PPCs, because I don't really have the accuracy to aim with the proper full ER PPCs, and they still do a good amount of damage. And they'll overheat them. Plenty of LRM-10s and the machine guns for backup. So the plan is, I'm running with that along with all the heavy mechs. We'll be getting into combat first. We'll be engaging at range as much as possible. The laser kitty is the exact same, except I'm not running it. So yeah, we engage at max range. We try and get as much damage into the enemy as possible. But because of the fact that we don't have as much armor as the assault mechs, and we'll be going up against a lot of assault mechs in this mission, we'll be engaging them, getting their attention, and then when the assault mechs come in, we'll basically fade back and allow them to attack our assault mechs. And the final mech in our thing, the lightest one, is the Summoner. Yeah, the Summoner. I keep on forgetting between the Summoner and the Hellbringer. 360 degree no optics, because it's another sniper mech. So light Gauss rifle, LRMs, the usual gambit. It's one of those bad Call of Duty joke things. I don't play the Modern Warfare games, I don't know. So this is our force composition. It's ideally, again, like the last mission, ideally you should be going with a very assault heavy mix because of the fact that the enemy will go assault heavy because they're Steiner. But the thing is, the way this mission works, again, with a lot of defense missions, you might think, oh yeah, stack defense is all good with all assault mechs. But often you do need some mobility, and having heavy mechs gives you that little bit of flexibility there. And if you go with the heavier assault mechs, especially the heavier clan assault mechs, you know, you'll often have enough speed and enough firepower.